afternoon, YouTubies. This is for the hashtag April Arwen tarot tag again. The first question is, what's your primary reason for pulling out your cards? A lot of times I just feel like I'm not connected to my deck, so I'll pick them up and just start shuffling through them, and I'll kind of, do this while I'm watching TV, just to kind of stay connected with my deck. But sometimes, I'll ask it questions, just to kind of like keeping, try to practice on doing tarot, because I'm still, like I'm always telling you in my videos, I'm still fairly new. A lot of people learn in different ways. We all learn differently, and at least when it comes to tarot, a slow learner. Number two, do you use tarot in any way or any other way other than reading? I.e. spells, crafts, fancy hat making. I've used the tarot for a spell. So, the next question, number three. If you use tarot as part of your magical practice, can you share an example? Last January, not this past January, but January of 2016, my boyfriend got really, really ill. And first we thought it was the flu. And, well, let me go back. Before that happened, like sometime in November or December, we heard that his AC1 was up, which is your numbers for diabetes, da da da. And the doctor's like, well, we'll get you seen January 9th or something like that. I can't remember what it was, what date it was. It was January 13th. Was when he had a doctor's appointment set up to have like a consultation to let him know, hey, you're diabetic. Which is stupid. If you ask me, stupid to wait that long to say, look here, your ACL1, whatever it is, number is going up, you're a diabetic. He should have pulled him in as soon as he thought, that's just me. I don't have a degree. Saying I'm a doctor, but, a little bit of logic there. But anyway, so we got really, really sick. Well, my youngest son at the time had the flu. He thought that he had gotten the flu from my youngest son, so he was kind of shitty, But then, he just, like Joe's lasted, my son, his flu bug lasted 24 hours. So after 24 hours, it just didn't seem logical, but we didn't know. We figured he had pretty bad flu bug. Finally, on Friday, his mom says, look here, you've been, sick off of work all week long. We need to go get you in, have you looked at. Doctor tried to read his blood sugar through a glucometer there at the office, and it was too high. It wouldn't even register. Same thing in the ER. So they ended up admitting him, and here he was critical care. We didn't even know, So he's drinking, he's eating, and all this other stuff. Things he's not supposed to be eating, not supposed to be drinking, what have you. And we found out that he was diabetic. So he was worried he was going to be in the hospital for like a week, and he was already going nuts 24 hours in. So I looked a few things up online to do tarot spells, and I did a spell, and I used his card, which is the King of Cups, um, Emperor, Chariot, and one other card I can't think of offhand. Um, and so a couple days later, he was released. So that's how we used the tarot in a spell. So, how do you explain what tarot is to somebody when someone asks you? Assume it's in a well-meaning way. I'm not very good with words, so I tend to screw things up, and people just kind of like, eh. So I don't think I really do a good enough way of explaining tarot. Uh, my boyfriend still thinks it's like fortune telling, and you know, I I just can't tell you all what he says, but he thinks one thing, I think another. Um, what's your favorite spread to use and why? My favorite spread, and if you go on Pinterest, you can find it because if I had all the, a fancy computer and stuff, I would probably make some really cool videos for y'all. But it is what it is. So, if you go on Pinterest, they'll have tarot spreads and interview your deck spreads. My favorite. And I do like to interview every one of my decks, and I write it down, and I put it in my tarot journal. Name a famous currently living person. Oh, shit. Well, these people are dead. Oh, well, I did my homework here. Name a famous currently living person who embodies one of the following cards for you. John Hughes is who I had picked out because he disappeared after making 1991's Curly Sue until he died in 2009. The same with J.D. Salinger. He was another one. Lauren Hill was another one she worked with the Fugees for a while, and you don't see or hear much about her anymore. That's who I picked, was the Hermit. Let's see here. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. Have you ever read in a crowded, noisy, chaotic environment? And I will say yes to that one. I tried to read when my kids were at home. I had practiced in the past a lot on my mom, and it could have been her too, because she just. Anyway, another video. Long story short, the kids were running around crazy. The dog barking his head off like a fool as always. When the kids are rambunctious, he fits in this household because he was like right in the middle, and everything was chaos, and it was like, oh my god, and all the cards turned up blocked. I think I mentioned that in one of the other tarot tags. Every one of the cards turned up blocked. So, and I shuffled them up again really good and tried it again, and no, they were, just like a whole bunch of blocked ones. So imagine cards are like, it's too loud and crazy in here. You can't think. I can't think. We're done. So it didn't work out for me. Do you do any type of ritual, meaning repetitive, do it every time, and or spiritual before you read? Yes, I do. I light several different types of incense, depending on if it's just a regular read, if there's like healing, like when I'm doing, I did some shadow work, towards the middle of winter. I used anti-stress incense and white sage. There was a couple times it was getting pretty deep, so I used Palo Santo by him incense. with the anti-stress. And if I don't have the anti-stress, my favorite one to use is a Healing by Him. It's just got this rose, I don't know, it's like a mom, like a hug from mom type scent to me, you know. Um, and so I'll start my incense. I have a spray I've made, which I plan on doing a video of. It's like a my own version of a smudge spray. If you guys want that, let me know in the down bar, and I'll do a video on how I made that. But I usually spray my cloth, spray my cards like afterwards. Um, and like when I first get a new deck, I'll smudge it and I will consecrate my deck or bless my deck with a blessing that I have written down in one of my journals. Um, I'll ask my spirits, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors to guide me in the reading for the better good. I think that's about it for that. So that was number 8. Number 9, draw a card to answer this question. What is my next step, universe? What is my next step, universe? Oh, 7 of Pentacles. So, well, it looks like she's about ready to give birth to maybe. I'm not going to give birth literally. Cut, tied, burnt. No babies from here. So, maybe give birth to a new idea. Create something. I think that's what that means. Give birth, create, bring life into something. Okay, and number 10, how do you think you can personally improve your reading skills? Read, 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 and literally read do card readings for myself, practice with friends, family members, and read books. And I know, a lot of people say, it's all your tuition, you need to read the cards, you don't need the book, blah, blah, blah. But I have to have visual, I have to read, I have to, use several different ways of learning how to read tarot. So anyway, thank you for coming along for doing the hashtag April Arwen tag. And I hope y'all have a lovely day. Many blessings.